Hey guys, I wanted to check out the new version of Knock² Plus. This is version 2.0. It's going to be released in the Play Store pretty soon. It's been dramatically improved over the original. It functions better, it looks better. It's just a lot more polished and professional than what we had before. If you've never heard of this before, it's very similar to the active notifications you get on the Motorola X, except you can have it on pretty much any device right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. The first time you start up the Knock² Plus application, you'll be greeted with a how to set up guide. It's very simple, you just have to follow the instructions. You do have to activate the service in accessibility for it to work. If you're on Android 4.3, it does take advantage of that notification access that was newly available in Android 4.3. And once you've done that, it's pretty much done. You can go ahead and hit let's go. Lastly, you just have to flick the switch to turn it on and then pick the applications you actually want a notification for. It works for pretty much any application that can give you a notification. That includes stuff like WhatsApp, Facebook, Google+, SMS. Everything is pretty much supported here, so yeah, let's go ahead and test this out. So I'll turn off my display and I'll send myself a notification. We'll try a Google Hangout, so that should be coming through any second. There it is. I didn't have to press any buttons and I can see it. I can tap it once and get more information about the notification, or I can press and hold and go straight into the app that gave me the notification. It also handles multiple notifications very well. You can see I'm about to receive a Gmail and it's just going to sit next to the Google Hangouts notification. You can click into either one of these depending on which one you want to see first. If we tap into Hangouts, we can see all that information. If we want to switch to the Gmail, you just switch to Gmail. And you'll also notice it's dynamic theming depending on the notification you receive. There's also a clear all button at the top. You can see we've got an icon in the status bar, and this is quick control. Now you can see if I pull down the notification shade, you can actually control the service right from here. If you don't want this notification, you can turn it off. The service is still running in the background, so Knock² still works, but you don't have a notification. If you turn it on, you can change the icon, and if you want a different icon, you can have it, or you can hide it from the status bar, but it's still in your shade. Checking out the rest of the options here, we've got a silent mode, so you can tell it when you don't want it to show any notifications. You've also got a lock screen bypass, so you can bypass the lock screen and go straight into an app. You've also got LED flash, and basically this means when you receive a notification, your LED will flash. So you can turn that on and off, and you can also change the flash length. You can have it flash for a long period or a single or double flash. Reminders is one of my favorite options. It allows you to set a certain amount of time for the device to remind you if you have any notifications after a timeout. The next section helps us save a bit of battery life, and you can see we've got a pocket mode. Basically, it uses the device's sensors to see if it's in a pocket, and if it is, it won't display any notifications. You've also got a dimmer here as well, so you can set how dim or how bright you want your notifications to turn up on your display. And the last option is a timeout, so you can set a certain amount of time for when the display times out. That's going to save you some battery as well. Lastly, you can change the animation, so when a notification actually comes in, you can have a different animation. There's a few different ones to choose from. Underneath that, you can also change the theming. It comes with dynamic as default. This is actually the best in my opinion because it changes the colors depending on the notification you get, but there are some different options here as well. A quick note on screen technology. I'm using a Galaxy S4 here, which has a Super AMOLED display. The advantage of this display is that it only turns on pixels that it's using. The rest of the display is actually off, so it's not wasting any extra power. An IPS display like the Nexus 4 here doesn't have that option. It has to turn on the whole display, which is going to take more battery. So you're going to need to be more aggressive on the timeout and reminder options if you don't want to kill your battery life. So there you have it guys, that's Knock² Plus version 2. If you've never tried this before, definitely give it a shot. I've really been enjoying using it. So yeah, peace out.